Hello everyone, welcome to News Extra, and today we're talking about the Panhandle Safety and Wellness Conference that's coming up in September with the Panhandle Public Health District along with the Nebraska Safety Council, if I remember correctly. And I have Assistant Director Jessica Davies with me with the Panhandle Public Health District. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
A pretty neat conference that there's all kinds of information that companies and individuals can learn a whole lot of things about. Tell us a little bit about the event itself coming up.
Yeah, so obviously because it's called the Safety and Wellness Conference, that's primarily the topics, but there's so many facets in the realm of safety and wellness. So the keynote that we have coming is really going to be about innovation and creativity and brainstorming. Now you think, well, what is the relationship to safety and wellness in that? Well, we constantly have to be on the newest trends and be very creative in how we are getting information and education and support for employees and we have to be creative. And that's really what we're trying to spark with this keynote that we have coming, Scott Shellstrom. Mm-hmm. It'll be really exciting. He is talking about Unleash Your Inner Da Vinci for his opening keynote. And I think it's just going to be outstanding. I think people will really be blown away by what he's going to be sharing with us and this just the level of interaction that's going to happen. And then in the afternoon, he's going to talk about the breakthrough brainstorming strategies. And again, with safety and wellness, those are things that you're constantly having to not just reinvent, but sort of build on what's happening at companies. And so that's why we're bringing him in to just, continue to ignite what happens at businesses. And
is a lot of this driven by technology these days?
Absolutely. Yeah, so much is driven by technology, as with any field, but with wellness, I mean, especially there's constant trends of technology with that, but we're just excited to be able to bring in that level, this caliber of speakers that we're bringing in for the conference. And we've been doing it for a while in partnership with the Nebraska Safety Council. And so I think it's going to be just an exciting event.
And there's a little bit of a trade show that kind of goes with this, is that correct?
That's correct. We do. We have exhibitors that will be there. And a lot of them will be things that businesses can also, like we'll have the blender bike, which is always fun. People like to make smoothies with that. And we allow businesses to check that out and use that for their companies, when they have employee wellness or health fairs. We'll showcase some different things like that. Desk Cycle will be providing some desks. They're literally, you can sit at your desk and pedal, and we're going to have those available for people to be able to use that. And then WPCI, they're always a wonderful partner for us. And I think especially that we're very excited that they're going to be an exhibitor once again because of the session that we're having on addiction and mental health in the workplace. That topic is a very important education to be offering to work sites right now. They'll talk a lot about just sort of drugs and addiction in general, but very specific with opioid as well. With Senator Sarah Howard coming, she's done, her and her mother have done a tremendous amount of work in Nebraska to provide support for prescription drug monitoring programs and things like that. And so she's going to be sharing a very personal story of what was really prompted from that. But then also Jim Krauser with Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation will be talking about strategies that we can really be supportive of for employees. And so with the exhibitors, like I was talking about with WPCI, they'll be, not just all these wonderful ideas in education, but what are the resources locally to help really provide support for that? Yeah,
and things that people can apply in their everyday lives, in their businesses. And of course, if you're interested in taking part in the conference and the trade show, you do have to register, and we'll have details on that coming up next on News Extra. And we're back on News Extra, and I have Jessica Davies, Assistant Director of the Panhandle Public Health District, with us today. We're talking about the annual Panhandle Safety and Wellness Conference and Awards that's coming up in September on the 12th at the Gering Civic Center. Again, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
There are awards that are also part of this event. Explain a little bit what we can expect with that.
Yeah. So the governor, every year there's an award that he issues for, obviously called the Governor's Wellness Award. And we've helped a number of businesses get to that level of distinction at the sower level, which means they're putting in place the infrastructure for wellness at their organization. And then at the grower level, which means that then they're really reaping the produce from that. And they've also added a new award this year level called the Harvester Award, which is fairly intense. But the exciting part of this is that we're going to have some organizations that will actually be announced on Friday. Governor Ricketts will be having a news conference, and they will be announcing there'll be some Panhandle organizations that will be receiving that award. They will receive it at this event. And so this is always a great way to really be recognized among your peers of in the Panhandle to say, hey, we're doing a great job. We appreciate what we're doing for our employees in the safety and wellness realm. And then also we have a Leading Light Award that we created last year as a Worksite Wellness Council. And we do have a recipient of that. It is going to be a surprise. They will receive it at the awards luncheon. And that person has been nominated and has been voted on and will be receiving this distinction as well. So it'll be a pretty fun awards luncheon.
Yeah, that one's going to be kept secret until the time
it's
going to be announced.
Exactly.
Now, if people in their businesses or their employees want to take part in this, how do people get registered?
So they can go to our website, pphd.org/pwwc.html, or just Google us, Panhandle Worksite Wellness Council. We have all of our information right on our website, or our Facebook page as well. We have an event. We do offer some really wonderful discounts. So if you register 2 people from your organization, the third one is 50% off. The reason we do that is we really want wellness and safety committees and company leadership and HR to come as a team. We know that so many people, our goal with the conference and keeping it out here in our region is that we know sometimes it's easy to send one person or 2 people to a national level conference, but we really want teams to be able to unite at that for their organization, but then also to network with other organizations. And so there's a tremendous amount of value the more people that you can bring, not just obviously the discount price, but that they are able to really take things back and be excited to implement some pretty cutting edge strategies.
And of course, this is a sponsored event, and of course, Panhandle Public Health District and the Panhandle Partnership Training Academy, gold level sponsors, Chadron Community Hospital at silver, Western Nebraska Community College at bronze. There may be other sponsorship opportunities, and if somebody's interested in doing so, how do they do that?
Yes, and I did want to say Panhandle Co-op is a bronze level sponsor too.
Okay.
They can just get into contact with us. We have a sponsorship form. There's various levels. Even if you want to do an in-kind donation, sometimes people or businesses are able to donate bags, or they're able to donate some information that would be beneficial to employers. And we're always willing to take whatever is, to help support that. Lots of different opportunities for sponsorship, and then we're able to get some promotion out there to say, hey, we're very committed as an organization, and we're going to sponsor this to help share the good word. So
yeah, that's the Panhandle Wellness and Safety Conference and Awards and Trade Show luncheon coming up September 12th at the Gering Civic Center, sponsored by the Panhandle Public Health District, as well as several other organizations. Jessica, thank you very much for joining us on News Extra.
Thank you.